chat with Move for Guitar. This lesson is from our series Easy Guitar Songs for Beginners. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to play a simplified version of the song Love Me Do by the Beatles. This lesson is for beginners who've gone through our course, The Ultimate Beginner's Guide for Learning Guitar Volume 1. Don't worry though, if you haven't gone through the course, you can still follow along and learn this song. So this song is really simple as far as the chords go because there's only 3 chords in this song. And the chords are G, G major, C major, and D major. And if you don't know how to play any of those chords, you can click the link on the screen for any of those chords and it'll take you to a lesson that shows you how to play them. So we're going to use a simplified strumming pattern for this song, and the reason we're doing that is because this is a lesson for beginners and I want to keep it really simple. But this strumming pattern still works really well with this song and you can play along with the actual recording and it works just fine. So the strumming pattern is what we used in the Ultimate Beginner's Guide for Learning Guitar Volume 1. And if you follow along in that course, if you took that course, it would be Basic Strumming Pattern 2. But if you didn't take that course, it doesn't matter. I'll show you how to play the strumming pattern right now. It's really simple and be easy to learn. So the strumming pattern is really simple. Like I said, it's just down, down, up, down. So down, down, up, down. So that would be one bar in a song or one measure. Down, down, up, down. So now I'm going to go over the sections of the song, and the easiest way to follow along would be for you to download the chart we provided. And we have a simplified chart that just shows the chords and how many bars per chord and the strumming pattern, and then shows each section of the song. But it follows along perfectly with the recording so you can actually know where each part is, and it's going to follow along exactly with what I'm showing you now. So like I said, that's going to be the easiest way for you to follow along with what I'm saying. So if you look on your chart, we'll start with the intro, and the chords are just G and C, and they move pretty quickly. It's a pretty up-tempo song, so we're going to go G 1 bar, C 1 bar, and we're just going to repeat that over and over until you'll see at the end you hold the G for 2 bars during this intro. So I'm just going to play the intro one time through so you can hear it first. So that's the whole intro, and all you're doing is down, down, up, down on the G. So then you switch to the C, exact same thing. Switch back to the G, exact same thing. Back to the C, exact same thing. And then again G, C, and then G, and this time you do it twice as long. So you do the down, down, up, down 2 times. So that's the whole intro, and then we're into the first part, and this is the first part that they sing Love Me Do. So this one goes the exact same thing as the intro. You're going to go from the G, and you're going to go the strumming pattern, which is down, down, up, down. So I'll just call it the strumming pattern. Then you're going to the C, play the strumming pattern one time through, G, strumming pattern one time through, C, strumming pattern one time through. And then this next line, you're going to do it a little different. You're just going to go G, strumming pattern one time through, and then you're going to go to the C, and you're going to play the strumming pattern 3 times through, and then right after the 3rd time, you hit a down strum on that C once, and stop your string from ringing out. The way you do that is just rest your hand, your strumming hand, on the strings just to keep them from ringing out. So that's the second line right there. And then the 3rd line of this part is the exact same as the first line. So G to C, G to C. So I'm just going to play this whole section so you can hear how it goes. that's a whole section, the whole first Love Me Do part. And then it goes into the next section with another Love Me Do part, and it's the exact same thing. So the first line's the exact same, the second line's the exact same, and the third line starts the exact same. So it goes G, then C, then G. But this time, instead of going to the C on the last bar, which you'll be able to see on your chart, the G just holds out one extra bar, one extra measure. So you're playing the strumming pattern twice as long on that last G. So I'll just play the very last line of this section just so you can hear it. So that's how it holds out that G, and then we're going into the next section, which is the someone to hold part. And that one switches to a D major this time. So it starts on a D major, and you're going to play the strumming pattern 2 times through. Then it goes to a C major. You're going to play the strumming pattern 1 time, then to a G, strumming pattern 1 time, and then back to a D, strumming pattern 1 time, or excuse me, strumming pattern 2 times. So on that D, strumming pattern 2 times, then to a C, strumming pattern 1 time, and then this is where it changes up a little bit. We're going to go to the G to end this part, but we're not going to play the strumming pattern. We're just going to go 3 down strums. So I'll play this whole part for you, the someone to hold part. So that's the someone to hold part. So now we're into the third Love Me Do part, and that's the exact same as the second Love Me Do part, where it just goes the exact same way, and at the end, it's going to hold that G out 1 extra time, just like you did with the last Love Me Do part. So I don't need to go over that again. And if you look at your chart, you can easily see that. And then we're into an instrumental part, and the instrumental part starts the same way as the someone to hold part with the D to C to G, D to C to G, but then it changes up on that last line. It adds another line that's all just G, and that last line, if you're looking at your chart, will go G strumming pattern. You'll play the strumming pattern over the G 3 times, and then last time you just hit the G down strum 1 time. So I'll play this whole part for you, the instrumental part, so you can hear it all together. So that's the whole instrumental part. And then we're back to the Love Me Do part, and this is the last part of this whole song. So once you get to the end of this, that's the end of the song. And this is the exact same as the first Love Me Do part, except you repeat the last line, and you'll be able to see that on the chart. So I'll just play it for you 1 time through so you can hear the whole last part of the song. So this is the last Love Me Do part. So that's the whole song. That's the whole last part of the song. So like I said, download the chart, follow along, get it down with me first, and then if you try to play it with the recording, this chart will follow along right with it, everything I just showed you, so you'll be able to play right along with that recording.